Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is Random Movie 1995 on Metacritic's all-time movie list. It is Little Miss Sunshine. Sunshine? Sunshine.
Reviewed by
Sean Connery. Yeah. From 2006. 102 minutes. Directed by Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris. Their feature directorial debut. Written by Michael Arndt, who, strangely enough, was a writer on The Force Awakens, the least problematic of the last three major Star Wars movies.
Still not the best movie on the planet.
No, but compare it to the next two, and it was a joy. We have a pretty good cast. We've got Greg Kinnear, Toni Collette, Steve Carell, Paul Dano, Abigail Breslin, and Alan Arkin. Toni Collette and Paul Dano. No, Toni Collette and Abigail Breslin have M. Night Shyamalan in common, because Abigail played the little girl in Signs from 2002.
Oh, crap, she did too, yes.
And Toni Collette was Bruce's wife in Sixth Sense. Paul Dano. Bruce Forsyth. Paul Dano played the son in There Will Be Blood, right? That's the
he plays not the son. He plays
not the son. The
preacher. He's so horrible in it. He's great in it. He's absolutely fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, he's
such
good.
An asshole, and he plays it to perfection.
I think everybody's an asshole in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Day-Lewis is coming back with a movie.
After he promised never to come back.
He always does that. He's coming back.
Never coming back. Ooh, acting.
With Sean Bean, of all people. Alan Arkin, of course. Glengarry Glen Ross. R.I.P. 2023. Didn't know he passed away.
And neither did I until I'd clicked on his head there earlier today. He's good in this. He's great in this, actually.
Yeah. Meta score of 80. User score 8.2. Best original screenplay, Oscar 1. Best supporting actor for Alan Arkin, 1. Nominated for Best Picture. Nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Didn't get it. What's this movie about, Niall?
It's about...
In a nutshell.
A young girl who wants to go off and join a beauty pageant called Little Miss Sunshine, and a dysfunctional family that makes sure it happens. And they are exceedingly dysfunctional. It's great. A very dysfunctional family by the end of it.
Yeah, so they all sort of get to some point in their arc, apart from the granddad, obviously.
Arcs left, right, and centre in this one.
So, like, you get the first chunk of the movie, you get sort of the introduction to all their problematic lives. So, Olive, not really a problem. She just wants to be Little Miss Sunshine.
She's a little bit delusional about what she's about to do in terms of her Little Miss Sunshine campaign.
But she's a kid. It's a dream.
You absolutely can't hold that against her.
No, she looks at the Miss Teen sort of stereotypical.
Was Miss World, not Miss World.
Miss World, Miss America.
Or Miss America. That's it. Yeah.
And it's sort of sad, and you see it later on. It's always been a bit weird, these pageants. They're all just sort of eerie and freaky and wrong.
I'd give my opinion on them. I find them abhorrent, disgusting, and an abomination. It's wrong on every bloody level. I like this movie kind of touches on that a little bit at the end.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's just horrific.
I love Greg Kinnear's facial reactions.
It's like girls start coming up on stage in like swimsuits and stuff, and he's like, "What? No, is that right?"
Just constantly looking around him.
He's such an asshole through the movie, though.
Until the very end.
Until the very end, where he's awesome. But the rest of the movie, he is just a dick.
He starts off the movie with. His name is Richard, and he's basically this sort of... He's kind of a loser, but he does speeches on winners.
9 steps
to success. And you just know it when he's doing the speech at the start that he's not doing this to an auditorium. He's doing it to 5 people in a boring classroom.
And there's one guy.
Yeah. Which sort of mirrors the guy at the end of the movie who goes, yeah.
He's more enthusiastic, in fairness.
Yeah. He's had enough. He's been with the bloody pageant following his daughter around for years. He's like, yeah, this is cool.
He goes mentally, yes, yes.
Steve Carell's character introduced at the start, Frank.
This is where we see Cheryl pop up, where she's on the phone to, I think it's to Richard, saying, I have to go pick him up. He's nowhere else to go.
Mm.
Yeah,
brother of Olive. Oh, no, brother of, what's her character's name? Cheryl. Yes. So, yeah. So he's obviously tries to, can I even say the word suicide without getting demonetized?
You can say he tries to die by suicide, I guess is the...
By his own hands.
Yeah, by his own hands.
Unalive himself. That's what everybody uses.
There's a great line at this here where Cheryl says, I'm glad you're still with us. And he goes, at least that makes one of us.
Yeah. I wonder, did Steve Carell ad-lib a couple of lines? I felt he kind of did at some points when he was interacting with Olive, but I think it's a very scripted movie. His
mechanics of how he moves is very Steve Carell. He's been given carte blanche. I remember near the end where he's running around the place and he's doing this weird run. It's very Steve Carell, but it's not over the top. It's just fantastic, sort of nuanced comedy, if you will.
Yeah, he wasn't known when they shot this. This was 2005, and then 2006 he started The Office, and so when the movie actually came out, he was actually quite known. So I think it all fell into place for the producers and the marketing department for this one.
Yeah, perfect timing. Obviously, Greg Kinnear is quite well known at this point, as was Toni Collette and Alan Arkin. Nobody else.
Yeah. No, like we've got Paul Dano, who's Dwayne, and Dwayne is this silent teenager.
Again, this is just, I'm going to hark back to the last movie we reviewed. It has a representation of teenage angst. This, to me, is substantially better, more realistic. You can feel his pain in this. I couldn't feel any pain with a certain Mr. James Dean in the last movie.
Paul Dano would be delighted to hear that.
None of that.
Yeah,
so nothing for a while. He didn't say anything.
No, like I think it's over an hour into it, he actually utters his first lines and he's screaming into the universe, which is better than You're Tearing Me Apart.
Yeah, I think it's his first word after, like, was it 9 months or something? It was fuck. Yeah,
but it's well done the way that sort of unravels.
Oh, yeah.
So Dwayne's introduced. So you've got this just dynamics of everybody, just a shit show of a family, basically. Oh, and Granddad Frank, he's snorting coke in the bathroom.
It's not even coke; it's heroin, apparently.
Or heroin.
Up his nose, which is fantastic.
Did you read
Crystal
that?
meth.
Speed. Excellent. Did you read that Dwayne isn't actually Richard's son? He's all of Cheryl's son.
I didn't read that. No.
Well, there's a hint at the end when he breaks down because he says divorced, suicide, loser.
Oh yeah. Which again, that line is absolutely cutting and fantastic.
Was it loser? I can remember divorced, suicide, but I just sort of made up the last one there. I think
loser,
it would be
pointing at Greg. It's about right.
Yeah. So you've got this, as you can tell, you've got all these characters in this movie that have their own issues, kind of circled around Olive's dreams to become Little Miss Sunshine, which is sort of diluted, as you mentioned. But hey, it's a kid's dream, and she wants to do it.
You can't hold that against her.
But she also has.
Sorry.
You're right. I was going to say this sort of lovely interrelationship between her and Grandpa is the one of positivity and support, and I think the mum obviously is supportive but realistic. I think the granddad is sort of going, you can do whatever you want.
That's kind of what I was going to say as well. I think Cheryl doesn't really have the chance to be supportive because this dysfunctional shit show of a family is being held together by a frantic mother who's at wit's end the entire time, trying to keep them all from running off the rails. So she's a fantastic character in that respect. But yeah, you're right. The granddad is the one supporting, unfortunately, without any sort of parental supervision, which we find out in the end might have been useful.
Yeah, it's sort of weird the way he made her do an inappropriate dance or taught her an inappropriate dance. Sort of
But
like,
he's off his bin.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, true, because when he's snorting the heroin in the bathroom, it's then he's doing practice with Olive after that.
Go on, roar like a tiger.
It's interesting at the end that it's the one former Miss America who's the one jiving on the judges bench. It's only her that's like going, yay. Which
And the sound guy in the back.
well, the sound guy is fine. And the 24, the secretary from 24,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
the background girl.
She's kind of enjoying it too. Everybody else is
Yeah.
like horrified. And
Well,
then,
you've got the typical mother of the
yeah.
teenage.
And then the compare with the plastic face.
Oh my god, he's actually really good though.
He's
I like
brilliant,
his
isn't he?
just so out there.
Yeah, he's over the top. It's brilliant.
So the dinner table scene, I think, as well, in the first sort of chunk of the movie, sort of gets everything out there. And Frank's suicide attempt is explained to Olive that, you know, it's the background of him falling for a student and then the student going with another professor. And he's the foremost pursed scholar in America.
I love that scene though, where the daughter's asking him, "Why? What happened to you? How did you injure yourself?" And he, very factual, just lays it out. And meanwhile, the dad is going,
Yeah,
too young.
it's in that dinner scene or fried chicken bucket scene that she's really good. Abigail, the kid, she's like the way she
Brilliant.
she asks the questions are just so
Well,
innocent
I
and
guess. Yeah, it's just no. She's not leading anywhere. She's just curious.
Yeah. I was thinking about when I was watching the movie. It's not a laugh out loud. There's maybe two laugh out loud moments in the movie for me. It's sort
Porn
of
mags.
it's the cop with the porn mags. The way they just mutter
from Breaking
asides.
Bad.
Yeah, there's a Breaking Bad theme throughout. Bryan
There is,
Cranston
isn't there?
shows
Yeah.
up. I was like, forgot about him. I was like, oh yeah. But yes,
Stan Grossman.
Hank. Yeah. Named after Fargo character I read in homage. Yeah, so Olive's got this innocence about her, and they have this opportunity to go to the Little Miss Sunshine thing. So it's like, all right, but
Everybody in the van.
nobody wants to go. Really, Richard, no. Frank, no. Dwayne,
hell no.
No.
He's Dwayne's bribed into it. Eventually goes by saying that she wasn't going to block him becoming a Air Force pilot anymore.
I'm not going to have fun though. Written out on the notepad. Yeah, no shit.
I love her, just the scene earlier to that. I love her. He's sharing a room with his uncle Frank, and he writes down, "Please don't kill yourself tonight."
They sort of
Not in your watch.
He's resentful at the start of he's resentful. I hate everyone, he says. But you can see some connections happening between them. I think they're both downtrodden and anti-life right at this moment in time.
They're a perfect combination and actually work well together in this movie. The little conversations they have with Notepad and Suicide Fella, it's not comedy gold. It just works. You know, it makes sense in this movie.
Yeah. So they hit the road. You get their sort of I don't know if you know Sufjan Stevens. It's a Chicago song. It's a really good
great
song.
tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
Music to soundtrack throughout this is just perfect. When stuff drops, it's at the right point and it's perfectly written for it. Like this, obviously that was a song that was chosen, but a lot of stuff that was composed for this movie is just bang on as well. Perfectly paced, not building tension, but it's building, the almost heist-like scenes later on. It works.
there's not like Sufjan Stevens comes along, and then there's just instrumentals from then on. Really, there's a couple of other indie songs throughout, but it sort of blends the two quite well. So we get the traditional road trip type trope here, and you have your incidents and accidents and events. I think one of the things at this end of the movie I was sort of lamenting on was, I don't know, I just didn't get enough relationship building between the granddad and Olive. I know we see quite a few scenes with them, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think it's a very short movie to
It is.
It's a very relationship driven movie, and
There's
the
a lot of
connections between
relationships
people.
to build in this, though. I think
Yeah,
that's the
which
difficulty here.
I think the KFC dinner scene is great because it lays out a lot of dynamics, and Richard is not really liked by anybody, and he likes winners and not losers.
I love when Frank turns to Dwayne at the chicken dinner and goes, "Is he always like this?" Dwayne's like,
Yeah. Frank, right? Frank turns to Dwayne.
Sorry, Frank turns to Dwayne. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Got it mixed up.
I know. And so then you get little snippets in the van as well as we go along on the road trip with them. Like, obviously, Frank is this sort of, life lesson type
Foremost
person.
Guy.
No, that's Frank. Oh, yeah, Frank is right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Richard, you're as bad as me.
The granddad.
Richard,
the granddad.
Edwin.
Granddad. Yeah, which his name isn't actually mentioned until
just granddad all the way through.
He's snuffed through. He's giving very harsh life lessons to Dwayne in the van.
You're a very young man.
Go do everything. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and Dwayne's he's not in a great place with this. He's like, oh, get away.
Yeah, he's not
enjoying that.
No. And so, so the van tends to be this sort of, I don't know, platform.
I would say that the van is almost a character by itself in this movie. Yeah, I love when that happens. And in fact, it's not on all the time. It's more. That's just, yes. It fits the theme of the movie. The dysfunctional nature of the entire family is kind of projected by the horn.
It just adds to the things that just are not working. It just piles it on. Obviously, you get the clutch problem first, where they have to actually push the van every time it stops, unless it's on a hill.
Start it in third gear, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what he was saying there. It's like, okay, hill good, flat bad.
Yes.
Push.
Very much. Start it down a hill, drop it into gear.
And Steve Carell doesn't really play the character in a very flamboyant way, if you get what I'm saying. Only when he runs for the van, he's quite flamboyant with his arms and everything. I just wonder if it was intentional in that way to not make
sure,
it very...
but I think Steve Carell's kind of like that anyway, He's not the most macho man, so perhaps that's just him.
Yeah. I just wondered how he approached that. I'll get him on the show next week, and
we'll ask him next week.
Talk about it. Yeah. Sort of, I think they do it well. I think they do it well to balance the different backgrounds of the characters. Obviously, we can't get a lot from Dwayne because he's not talking, but we have this sort of lingering...
out of him.
No, it's fine. We get it at the start, and we get the notepad messages, and we get the exposition that he talks for 9 months.
From Paul Dano are just bang on, though. Like, he says a lot with his face.
He was like 21. Yeah, he was 21 when he shot this. He wasn't... I think he's meant to be 16. So he's actually not too far away from Tony's. Yeah, right.
Who was 24 but looked 40. Paul Dano actually looked like a teenager in this.
He does. And that's the way to do it.
Probably in his 40s now, and he still looks like a teenager.
Yeah, he's got that face about him. It's just a sort of an interesting face. But but for the other characters, I think for Richard, the dad, this lingering background story of the book deal sort of is behind him all the way as this sort of
Stan Grossman. Hello?
Stan, you there?
Stan!
So he's constantly trying to, and you just know it's not going to work. It's just...
Because he's a loser, and he smells like a loser straight away.
He is a loser. And so he doesn't, he doesn't come through, but he's not taking it. So he nabs a motorbike and heads to see...
I don't know if he'd call that a motorbike.
Bryan Cranston. It's a Dumb and Dumber motorbike.
Yeah, it's a little moped that you just pedal to start.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so he's screwed. And I think it's a good scene as well when he's fighting with the wife in the hotel room, and Frank is going, just he's in with Dwayne, and he's saying, turn up the TV, I don't want to hear that. But Dwayne turns it back off TV. And smiles at the argument that's happening.
Like, oh yes, this is it.
He sort of loves the chaos.
He kind of does. He loves the dysfunction.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because, he doesn't like his adoptive parent.
Yeah, but it never comes into it. He never says, I hate you, you're not my dad.
I hate you.
Yeah. You're tearing me apart.
Which is much more real. No kid ever says you're tearing me apart. They're more likely to sulk about it and be an asshole.
24-year-old might say it in an ad-lib method actor type of way. As he does. But I think that's just that whole crunch of the plot is when Richard doesn't get the book deal, and Frank runs into the student
who's
in the run through buying porn
with his ex. Buying porn. That's right. That'll be $17.90. Guy looks down at the counter. Oh. Right. Okay.
Moving on to another lifestyle, are we? Frank.
Yeah, you didn't just quit your job. You
batting for the other side now.
It's very funny. But I love that gag isn't finished.
No, I think it's my favorite scene. That way, but we'll pick that apart.
Yeah, we still have to kill somebody yet.
Unfortunately. And it sort of comes, how do you think they deal with Grandpa's death?
I love it. I like the genuine emotion. They are sad. I love Greg Kinnear in this moment, or his character. The first time I liked him was this bit where he goes, you know what? We're still bloody going. Screw it. And he's bigging up the big speech, one of his 9-point speeches. Meanwhile, he's tucking a blanket in under his dad, getting him ready to chuck out the window. It's just great.
Yeah.
He'd never give up. This is not what Grandad would want. And just put this around his legs.
Well, this is after he basically has found out he's got no future with his 9-point book deal.
Yeah. So at this point, he's like, F it. We've only got one thing left in life at this point, and it is getting our daughter to this. I think the only
event. The only positive thing that's happening right now is Olive's participation in the Living in the Sunshine. So let's go.
They've driven 600 and something miles at this point. They're like, be damned if we're not doing this. And the reason why they're doing this, they're chucking him out the window, is because they want him to hang about for a couple of days to do paperwork and organize a funeral home or some such nonsense. And he's like, no, we're taking him with us. It's great.
I think him and Frank are at the same point. They're like,
I love
all right, let's go.
Everybody's like, oh no, this is a terrible idea. But they all sort of go one after the other, all go, you know what? F it. We're doing this. And I love that. It's all sort of business at this point, and the family, for the first time ever in this movie, all row in the same direction, and it's beautiful.
It takes the death of the grandpa to come together.
Well done, Edwin. You finally did something good.
Yeah. I like when they're being told that he's dead, the doctor comes in, his own. Sorry, then
I know what you're going to say.
In. Yeah, somebody to come in and help you now.
Linda!
It's very good. Very funny.
It's genius.
Not a lot of laugh out moments for me in this movie.
It's not one of those types of it's dark comedy, I guess, but that's funny.
Yeah.
And I also found it humorous as they were lowering Edwin out the window. I thought the
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to describe that more. You kind of left it hanging.
sorry.
What did you like about that? What specifically did you like? I was just thinking about the dead weight of him, like going, how possible is that?
It was quite well done. I'm guessing it wasn't actually Alan Arkin wrapped in a blanket, because that would have been
No,
he would have not made it to 2023. Let's be honest.
no. One more note about Grandpa's character before, and it's quite an emotional scene because the night where he probably ODs in the bathroom, or at least fucks up his body enough to die in his sleep. You know, Olive is like, "Am I pretty enough? You know, do you think I'm gonna win?" And he's not overly flooding it, but he says what she needs to hear, and he's like, he's got ready to go into the bathroom and get his fix. Basically, he's kind of leaving, going back, and leaving, going back.
It's a nice relationship they have. He genuinely loves her, and she loves him.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be a loser, she says to him, and that's just totally coming from Dad.
That really makes you hate Richard in this, because
he does something earlier on in the cafe scene, if you remember.
Yeah, I hate losers.
The ice cream. Yeah.
Which I love is fixed at the end as well with Miss California.
I think Miss California's agent basically said, you have to make my client look good, so she can't be bad like the rest. So she's dancing and happy at the inappropriate dance, and then she says, I love ice cream. I just felt like it's a very positive portrayal of her. I think she must be the real Miss America.
I would guess.
I didn't look it up,
so I didn't bother either.
Maybe not, but it always struck me as it's a real
the one positive role model in that whole shit show.
Yeah.
That was Little Miss Sunshine. Not the movie, but the show they actually attend.
The show itself, yeah. So the scene where the cop pulls them over with the dead body in the background. And Richard, again, you're just annoyed by him by going, it's not illegal.
Don't open the door. It's not illegal.
Put their hands
you know what? You've given me probable cause. It's like, spread up. Pops open the boot, and what falls out? But I love him going through them. And he's like, this one's my favorite. Yes, this one's very interesting. It's very nice, very nice.
Yeah, I just love
one. Buns and guns.
Get the hell out of here.
It's so brilliant. Oh,
I just love the way they both deliver their little mumbled asides to each other. I just love it. That is just gotta love this one. Oh yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Dean Norris, who plays State Trooper McCleary, he's fantastic in this. He's really bang on. He's just horrible,
subtle,
sleazy, subtle monster. It's great. Oh yeah, that's my favorite there.
That's good. That's good.
That's a good one there. Buns and guns, get away!
Get out
Back
of
in
here.
the car. Oh, that's fantastic! And the fact that they have to push the car off as well.
Yeah,
there's no getting away quickly.
Yeah, so we've had Richard's lowest point with the book deal falling through. We've had Frank's lowest point with meeting
trying to kill
his former killing himself off screen.
Yeah,
meeting his former wannabe boyfriend and his.
I love that it keeps popping up though at the end. He's reading a newspaper. Saying, "There's his head." Foremost Prost professor.
He keeps saying that when he's pushing the van. I'm the foremost Prost scholar. But now we've got Dwayne's lowest point.
Yeah, and it comes out of left field unless you watched it before. It's so well done. Himself and his sister are going through these eye tests, and can you see this? Oh, it's 20/20 vision. Fantastic. Now let's see if you're colorblind. Can you see the letter in this little round circle? Yeah, it's just there. It's green. And then Frank's face is fantastic because it hits him first, and he cops, "You're colorblind." but you want to be a jet fighter pilot. Ooh.
Going to be an issue.
So he drops the bomb. Not out of a jet
I love the
fighter.
way, I love the way he's just exploding in the van before he just releases himself from there and just
It's
yells at
great.
the world.
It's just all of this pent up crap
Yeah,
just released. The valve is just, it's not even just opened, it's just ripped off, and he goes mental in the back. Paul Dano is fantastic in this scene. It's just all of this crap, and he hasn't spoken for like 9 months or whatever it is, and it's just everything. And
the rage.
Frank's freaking out, going, "Yeah, better pull over now, or this is going to get messy." He keeps trying to open the door as they're on the motorway and stuff like that. So it's a really good scene. I love this.
Yeah, it's just another character that can't reach their dream.
Yeah, but
Like
I think Frank wanted.
Frank wanted the love of somebody else, couldn't reach it. Richard wanted a book deal, couldn't reach it. Dwayne wanted to be a fighter pilot, couldn't reach it. Granddad wanted to be alive, couldn't reach it.
It's a very real message, though, isn't it? Like, most people don't get exactly what they want. You have these dreams, and this movie basically tells you, you're not going to get them.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, you loser.
Lesson learned, kids, never try.
Yeah,
that's
and that's
Homer Simpson quote for you.
It's kind of a nod to Greg Kinnear's Richard in this, that he's such... The fact that he hates losers, and he keeps saying it, or implying it, I hate losers, is how much of a monster... He changes, though, at the very end because of all this crap that's happened, but Dano...
He becomes a winner.
Dano's scene where he hits the dirt, though, we have to mention he's outside screaming expletives, and he's like, I'm not getting back in that effing van. I love how he's coaxed back in, though. Not with words, because the mum tries, and she's like, there's no point trying. And again, Greg Kinnear's character actually gets something right here. He sends the daughter down. She just goes down, gives him a hug, and doesn't say a thing. And he's like, okay,
all right,
fuck it. Back in the van.
That's because Olive is this sort of...
She's the heart of the family.
She's the heart of the family. Yeah, she's the linchpin. Nobody knows it, really.
Yeah, but I love how much the entire family is willing to do for Olive. Possibly because she's the heart of the family. They all make sure she's protected. And I love that near the end. We can get to it in a second, but how much they protect her, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, so they like the culmination of the movie is the pageant world and the pageant event.
No, you can't get in. You're 4 minutes late.
Oh, who was that guy? His face was familiar. I forgot to look him up.
The IT guy,
the computer guy. Yeah. But anyway, you sort of what is the pageant supposed to sort of represent to you? Is it supposed to be some sort of? Does it mean anything?
Well, it means a lot to me. It means I think it's an extension of what we've already talked about. The unnatural and possibly unhealthy goals that some people set for themselves, and the fact that they don't necessarily, they're not prepared for failure. I think this movie kind of is the whole way through that theme, and you feel like at this point Olive isn't ready to lose. If she loses this is damaging for her. But I think this is where the family rally around her, make sure that even if she is going to lose, and she is going to lose, that she's not losing alone.
Yeah, but the family sees the horrendousness of the pageant and tries last second, all of them.
Yeah, but
apart from Mum.
She makes sure that she wants to keep doing it anyway. She's given an option.
They give her the option.
Give her the option. If you don't want to do this, we won't do it. I think the Mum's right. But then she hasn't seen everything else that's happened before with the other contestants. And as you said earlier, I love Greg's face, how it drops as he sees the other contestants. One, because some of them are quite talented, and two, because it's quite sexualized for I guess
Yeah.
some of the scenes for some of the young girls, it's just horrible. And his face is just perfect. It portrays exactly how I feel about these little shows, and they apparently are all real. These maybe not called Little Miss Sunshine, but there's lots of them in the States, and I find them all disgusting.
Yeah, I think I remember Brass Eye doing some form of skit on pageant shows, and it was totally over the top, but totally put a magnifying glass on how adult it seems and how sort of off ethical radar
Oh yeah,
the parents are, the mothers especially.
which is why I love the routine that the grandpa has put together for the daughter, because it's not out of place at all. It's just as you said, magnified. It goes a little bit further than the rest have. It's more stripper than the rest, obviously. There's pants being ripped off and tops being ripped off with Velcro.
It's
It's
totally
very uncomfortable, but also slightly less disturbing than the ones before it.
yeah, because it's not serious. It's
It's
fun.
not serious. It's fun, yeah. Whereas the rest of them are very serious and. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a kid doing a cowboy thing, and the whole that's very stripper like in its presentation. But I think, yeah, just even thinking about it now, I never really thought about he knew what the pageant would be like.
Yeah.
And he was like going, listen, we're going to do it. This is going to be fun, but it's going to poke fun at the entire organization. You're going to look fine, Olive. You're going to have fun and enjoy it. You're not going to win, but
Yeah,
you'll win in our eyes.
It was a dangerous maneuver considering if the family hadn't been at their lowest ebb prior to this, I'm not sure they all would have got up on stage and protected her, started dancing with her. Because if she was dragged off stage, that's devastating. Now, I'd imagine if the grandpa was still alive at the time, he probably would have shanked the guy or something. But yeah, it's it's a very problematic scene for me, but also it's a very hopeful scene. How the family rallies around and actually is actually functional now for a change.
You would like to think after the credits roll that they're all sort of on their way to being happier people. Who knows?
Yeah, not so sure they're fully fixed. They're still very broken people.
Yes, for sure. But they're a step in the right direction.
But then you start seeing things like Frank smiling, and I love Frank's really engaged in this at this point.
Yeah.
Prior to this, he's kind of like, I'm not just waiting to die. As soon as these guys leave me alone, I'm going to do myself in.
Yeah, he's quite morose.
Yeah, but then he changes halfway through, and he's like, no, we're doing this. I think it's when the grandpa dies. I think that is a pivotal point for everybody in this movie.
Yeah.
They all get a bit more engaged.
I think, yeah, major events in the middle of the road trip where they all realize how low they are. And then obviously with Granddad dying, it's pretty bloody low. Yeah. Then when they're on stage, they're sort of, yeah, who knows? It's just sort of, it's maybe a Rage Against the Machine moment, or
very much so. Different music.
Are they really happy? Are they really content? They're sort of protecting Olive because they know she's the innocent one and just having fun and just continuing to do it. Be yourself, Olive. Yeah. The audience reaction is just like, what the hell is going on? Apart from the guy at the end.
Yeah! It's your first, is it?
Pops is noise cancelling, yeah. So this sort of climax is sort of like a subversion maybe of sort of classic triumph that
and I think that's beautiful for that fact. They lose horribly, and they're effectively evicted from California.
Don't participate.
Yeah, never again.
Yeah,
fantastic.
So there's no clear win at the end, but
I consider this a win.
It's kind of oddly hopeful,
happy, and they're all kind of smiling and laughing as they're being told never to come back.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that sounds fair.
That's something we can do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for a movie centered around losers,
yeah, it's a winner, isn't it?
It's quite victorious at the end, really. They are.
Yeah.
I think. And it sort of fades away. I don't know. It's one of the
VW camp or bus, and
Is the horn working or not working?
No, it's still honking.
I couldn't hear it.
I wrote down my last word is honk. It honks into the distance.
It's a good honk. It's a funny
They're
honk.
still dysfunctional, like the van, but they're more happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. That's Little Miss Sunshine. An interesting movie, and it's
Quite unique,
enjoyable.
even though it covers quite a few tropes. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. There's parts of me that feel it's not as much as I would like. I think maybe I could do it a bit more of it. Maybe I could.
Are you actually going to say you would have liked this movie to be a bit longer?
Yeah,
That's a first.
I want to spend more time with the characters.
You want to see more of Alan Arkin as Edwin?
I think I want to see more of it.
Disagree with you there at all. Yeah, I'd like to see more of that relationship between the grandpa and Olive,
because he doesn't interact with anybody else other than the family circle. Am I correct in that? Because I want to see some of that. I want to see him against the world.
him being
Maybe
an a-hole, grumpy old man.
Maybe a scene with him and Olive against a sort of a antagonist could have been a nice little another up of their relationship. I think we got enough of Frank. We got him to meet his
That's perfectly closed arc.
Lover. That's fine.
Dwayne's arc is great.
Dwayne's arc is great, and they
needs to go where it goes, and it lands perfectly.
They have a bit of a conversation at the end too, which is sort of tropish in a way. So yeah, fair enough. Whatever.
Yeah, this is where Frank tells him that suffering is part of life, and without suffering, there's no point.
True. Yeah. Why would you want to skip all of your high school?
Makes you what you are.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, what do you think of the plot then? Storyline.
Plot, I give it a 3.75. It's good. It's not massively original because it is quite tropish. It's a road trip. It is certain points in it that has been done elsewhere, but it's reasonably unique. So yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I'll give it 3.25, just for the reasons why I just outlined. Let me see if there's anything we need to discuss more about the storyline. No, I think we've said what needs to be said. Acting. I think Abigail Breslin's amazing and she deserves to be nominated.
Fantastic. But then she's surrounded by talent. What a way to make it. This is her first role, wasn't it? This is before she did Signs.
No, it was after she did Signs. She was very young in Signs, yeah. 2002 for Signs.
Well, she's fantastic in this. Like Paul Dano, fucking amazing. Greg Kinnear, love him. Steve Carell. Bang. Yeah. Toni Collette. And Alan Arkin. Absolutely fantastic. I loved... I think the standouts for me were, as you say, Abigail and Paul Dano. And maybe Steve Carell, considering this might have been... Was this his first movie role?
I believe so, yes. He was pretty much unknown.
Yeah, and like Greg Kinnear's always good, so... And Toni Collette. Sure, they're all brilliant. I'm putting down 4 for this on acting.
I will 3.75 it. Yeah, I think Steve Carell sort of...
Great.
Yeah. I think Steve Carell's performance is a bit under the radar. I think he doesn't go too crazy with it. I think if he'd
done more, he would have ruined it, though.
Yeah, but I think if it was 10 years later in his career, he might try a few more sort of like fun asides to Olive. He does a couple in the van, which Olive is laughing at. I think I think maybe he would try to push it a little bit and just to add a bit more flexibility to it, but it's fine. It's fine.
I love Lamp.
Soundtrack.
Soundtrack, I very much enjoy the soundtrack. I think it's subtle, but it hits where it needs to hit. The unique compositions for this are fantastic. I'm going to give it 4.25. I love it.
You have to mention Super Freak, don't you?
Yes, you have to mention
Super Freak.
She's a girl.
Yeah.
I love the look on Greg's face as that starts playing. It's like, oh. Oh
This is
God!
going
What's
weird.
he says? Oh, he's no, no, no.
Yeah. But I think the
Yeah,
score around it is quite instrumental and melancholic. It's kind of whimsical. It's sort of like indie movie
yeah.
score. By the way, this was a very successful movie in the box office. I think it was 1.1, no, 8 million budget and 101 million
Whoa, that's a
box
reasonable
office.
return.
Yeah, so that's quite good. And then production.
Hmm.
Very kind of handheldy, kind of natural, sort of normal looking movie. Very indie looking movie.
There's one piece of cinematography in this that I'd like to point out when we're talking about production. It's when Olive asks Frank about the afterlife. Do you believe in heaven and all that stuff? And nobody talks for a second, and then there's shots of the sky, shots of the outside of the van, still silent. I love that the shot at the front of the van as it's driving down the road, as he's trying to find an answer, which he can't give one. Um, there's some, camera shots in this that I love, and I love the use of the VW van. I think that's genius because it's
Yeah.
dysfunctional, like the family. It's almost like a mirror image of them with bits falling off and the horn sticking and the clutch breaking.
Yeah. And I think the use of real pageant contestants as well in it is a good choice because they totally look like they are the over makeup, over hairstyled. They
It's
look like
horrible.
adults. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrible, and it's very effective for that.
Yeah, they made a right choice there. I'm sticking with, I've done a lot of 375s in this rating, and I'm giving the last 375 here for it. What are you doing, production?
I think give it 4 as well.
All right.
Very
Very
much enjoyed
good.
it.
Yeah. Jim Ridley in the Village Voice only gave it 40. He said, like the shambling VW van, its hapless characters steer from Albuquerque to Redondo Beach. Little Miss Sunshine is a rickety vehicle that travels mostly downhill.
Get bent.
Let's see if our friend.
Roger.
I don't think he was alive because he was in Chicago Tribune, right?
Hmm.
It's not him, no. TV Guide magazine gave it 100. Ken Fox said, what makes husband and wife directing team, Jonathan and Valerie, hilarious as debut, such a great family film isn't that it's suitable for the whole family. It's not, but that it speaks a simple truth about what it means to be part of one.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Uh, yeah, that's about it. I don't see any other smart reviews here that makes us sound like idiots.
We can do that by ourselves. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's die in our sleep for this episode. No, that's bad.
So that is terrible. Let's
Yeah.
push this van down the road so it can go off by itself.
Done. Sold. All right, we are going to move on to the next episode, which is actually going to be a movie that's coming out, which has come out with a sequel, maybe 2 weeks ago. Who knows? But we're gonna watch the original one from 1984, and we're gonna watch This Is Spinal Tap.
Ah, very good.
Yes, it's movie.
11.
Yeah, this goes up to 11. Why didn't you just make the 10 louder?
11
No,
is more than
it
the
goes up to
10.
11. It's
Oh,
235 on Metacritic's all-time movie list. It's got a Metascore of
I'm going to say
92,
something controversial.
user score of 8.1.
I have never seen this.
I've seen it once, probably in my teens, and I can't remember it. I remember they get a ridiculously, they want to get a Stonehenge thing on the stage. Massive. They get it, and it's the size of this. It's really small, and that's funny. And I remember the 11 scene as
That's
well.
all I know.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. It is a classic. It is something part of
Yeah.
pop culture. It's essential.
Yeah, it's basically a very short summary. Spinal Tap, one of England's loudest bands, is chronicled by film director Marty DeBurgi and what proves to be a fateful tour. It's only 1 hour and 22 minutes, so that's right up our street as well. Directed
Happy days.
by Rob Reiner.
I know him. Not personally.
No, he directed. Yeah, he's directed The Princess Bride, obviously.
Yeah.
and A Mighty Wind, and When Harry Met Sally, Misery, Stand By Me.
Yeah, he's got something there. Some
He's
of
got
those
something.
were okay.
Yes, he's very good. Okay, that's fine and sounds good. We look forward to it, and it's quite apt because hopefully the sequel is as good as it. We'll never know. Maybe we will. Oh yeah, it is as good because we're filming this after it's released.
Ooh.
All right, we'll see you then for This Is Spinal Tap. Bye bye.
Try.